Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV on PlayFrame and story mode and such. Durmin greets you. He's such a welcoming little fellow. Anyway, alright, we got places to go. So, you may recall last time we were just about to get sworn in to the Immortal Flames at Uldah's Grand Company, which we selected of the three that were courting us, when alert came in that some high wind something ship got shot down by Imperials outside in the Thanalin area. And so they decided to interrupt my grand entrance, and they dispatched me to go out there and find out, quote, what's up with that. So off I go. This does look like a ship. Yep. I have a lot of adventuring experience, and don't worry about that. I have a lot of adventuring experience, and I can say for certain, well, 90% certain that that is a ship. Not looking so hot, but otherwise, hey crewman, how goes? I don't think you have a permit to land here. Hello. Why are we hiding? An adventurer. What are you doing out here? No, wait, let's find some cover first. Is this not cover? The Immortal Flame sent you. How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. That's a good point. Well, your crash landing interrupted my whole ceremony thing. Apology accepted, I guess. Are you all right, sir? Our scouts reported the attack on your craft, and we've come to rescue you. Durmin Durami, yes? Glad to have you with us. I've not seen a craft of this design before. That traitor Garland's been busy. The secrets of Magitech are ours by right. They're not to be squandered upon the savages of this land. We're taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. They mean to take the ship back to Castra Meridianum along with your friend. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. That's a 7 reference. Nice looking ship, though not the best place to have taken shelter, I agree. It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garland, well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight, and she was soaring, she really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. We attack on my command, kill them quickly, and save the Lalafell if possible. Is that clear, Durmin? You got it. Show them what becomes of those who play with fire. Charge! Save the shortest one, got it. We're under attack! To arms! Durmin time! My level's been scaled, so this won't be as instantaneous as I'd like. Alas. Defend the airship! Kill the savages! Oh, come on. It's not nice. Hit him in the shins, Durmin. Y'all are in for a real ankle bruising, let me tell you. Haha, show them no mercy. Ah, jeez. Big. Large. Come back here. I guess when you're this short, you're always attacking the ankles, no matter who your enemy is. Stop having so much HP! And hold still! There we go. Finally. Biggs! Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. So, how's she look anyway? The auxiliary propeller's a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the Tawny Bronco home. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts, but we can defend this position until the engineers leave. You should go, Durmin. You still have unfinished business to attend to at the Hall of Flames. You're not quite one of us yet, although anyone who'd seen you in action today would be forgiven for thinking otherwise. I just wanted to say sorry, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. I got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously, though, if it hadn't been for you and the Immortal Flames lads there, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Wedge! Thank you. We're very grateful. And you're very welcome. And gone. Okay, well, I'm gonna go get sworn in. Okay then, now, if there are no further interruptions, pardon me, new member coming through, pardon me. Welcome back, Durmin. Word of your deeds in the field reached me not long ago. Exemplary service. Rest assured that the Garland Ironworks engineers are fine. They were able to get their vessel back in the air before Imperial reinforcements arrived. Your willingness to assist us on such short notice is to be commended. Clearly, your reputation's well-deserved. Now then, I believe we have some unfinished business. Shall we continue from where we left off and induct you into the Immortal Flames? Yes, please. Are we in? Am I in? Are we done? The personnel officer stands ready to complete your induction into the ranks. Oh. Are you ready, Durmin? Then let us begin. Durmin Durami, you stand poised to enter a sacred trust. The flames of Ul'dah burn bright, casting light where there is dark, and purging evil wheresoever it lurks. We are ever ready to meet the nation's enemies in battle, be they beastmen, Garleans, or worse. And at a word from Flame General Rauban al-Din, we would gladly lay down our lives to maintain the peace and prosperity of Ul'dah. To join our ranks, you must forsake all other nations. Only then may you commit yourself to the fire and be reborn as an immortal flame. Burn as one of us, Durmin Durami, and together we shall chase the darkness from Ul'dah. Will you swear an oath to mark this occasion? Yeah, sure. Let's see, what do we feel like? What's our flavor? I don't know what happens if you click this one. Well, let's say this. What skills I have belong now to Ul'dah. Unless I'm busy. And Ul'dah will have need of them in the days ahead. The knowledge and experience of well-traveled adventurers are valuable assets. Very well. Your resolve is plain. Durmin Durami, I hereby confer upon you the rank of Flame Private 3rd Class. Welcome to the Immortal Flames, Private. May you fight to the last for coin and country. Oh, and our salute's adorable too. Can we do anything not cute? So far, the answer is no. Oop. Can you hear me, Durmin? This is Minfilia. An officer from the Immortal Flames contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Durami. I have no doubt that you're eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a Flame of Ul'dah, you're no less a scion. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I very much would like you to meet. We shall be waiting. It seems your presence is required elsewhere. But before you leave, perhaps you could find a moment to speak with Commander Swift. He's not one to see new recruits go into the field unprepared. Ah, sure. I can squeeze in a few words. You may now accept the quest, My Little Chocobo, Immortal Flames, by speaking with Swift. Ah, yes! Good. This quest may be completed in order to must be completed in order to proceed to the end of the main scenario for A Realm Reborn. Well, I was gonna do it anyway, but if you require it... Well, we're in Immortal Flame now, and we've unlocked all kinds of handy features, none of which are all that important. This I will be doing off camera, but ever so soon, because I want my chocobo. All right, we got to get back to the Waking Sands. Do I have, at a certain point, they do, yes, thank goodness. They, because there's not an aetheryte in Vesper Bay, they give you these little consumables that you can use. A limited number of them, granted, but still super appreciated at this point in the game when they are telling you to go back there all the time. We're back. Ah, hi you two. How goes? Let me see if I have this right. You're an adventurer who's a scion and a flame? Golly, how do you keep track of everything? It must be fun pairing up with lots of people, though. Me? I'm always with Papalimo. Come to think of it, why am I always with Papalimo? Great question. Papalimo, do you know? Following the calamity, each nation's armed forces underwent large-scale restructuring centered upon its Grand Company. In Gridania, the Order of the Twin Adder absorbed both the Wood Whalers and the God's Quiver, while the Laminsons enacted the complete merger of the Maelstrom and the Knights of the Barracuda. Ul'dah's the odd nation out, having made no notable changes to its armed forces. As before, and in the spirit of the Sultanate, each entity retains a certain degree of independence. That's not what I asked, but thank you for the trivia, I guess. Welcome back, Durmin. Lady Minfilia awaits you within. Fantastic. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Durmin. I know. Now, when last we spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you've already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, sirs. Oh, hello. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we've been properly introduced. I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm... Godsman, spit it out, will you? Wedge, at your service! I'm pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this, we needed the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. It's not a Final Fantasy game if it doesn't have a Biggs and a Wedge in there somewhere. Also a Sid. I'm sure we'll find one eventually. So, what do you got next? Minfilia needs you to investigate the Sylphs. Ooh.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gizzle-greens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Makes sense. Every time they pronounce the name of a classic Final Fantasy thing in one of these games, I'm always grateful because young me mispronounced so many. Ramu is I said Rama growing up. I'm sure many of you have had a similar experience finally hearing a name voice acted in one of these games.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylph's favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us?
I'm in.
I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
All right then, some new friends to hang out with for a while. I'm on board. So, to Gridania then, I'm assuming? Yep. Gotta head to the Adder's Nest, which is in Gridania. That's basically where the Twin Adders, their grand company, hang out. So, thank goodness for teleports. It really is a quite lovely town. Hello everyone, I'm here for quests. Give. We know far too little of the Sylphs to... Excuse me. Excuse me. This is just going to keep on happening, isn't it? Just because I'm small doesn't mean you can stand on me. Thank you. Your pet is like almost my size. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the Scions once more if we are to... Oh, beg pardon. 'Tis a terrible habit of mine to think out loud. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? Quests. Story. The main scenario quest line. Commander Vorsai... Okay, French, obviously. Vorsai? Ilwa? Someone comments? Help me out. It's going to be some weeks before I see your response, but These are the sorts of names I'm going to need your help with. French pronunciation, go. Has been awaiting the aid of the Scions. Hail, adventurer. I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with the twin adder? Good evening, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Ida and Papalimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you quest in the name of the Scions of late. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the twin adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. His voice is fun to do. Annoying, but fun to do. Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelveswood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceful bunch, much to the delight of the Elder Seedseer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The twin adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for this reason that the Sylphs' relation to the primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of chance that the summoning of the primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it's a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Ramu or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you Scions come in. Okie dokie. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-culture faux pas get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you'll come upon the Hawthorne Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs. This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalimo. I keep on wanting to say Papalimo. I don't know why. Well, we've it. Oh, I love your hat. What a good hat. Okay, where are we going? Right. I don't think I have... the one zone where I do not have much in the way of, Aetheryte connections yet. That's fine. We'll get there. And hey, we're departing from the ferry, which is in town, so good. Hello, hello. The ferry docked at the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to the East Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find the Hawthorne Hut without much trouble. Sounds great. I don't think there's a cutscene for ferry riding. I think it just takes us straight there. That's fine, though. Wait. No. Here? I want to say here. I happen to be heading across the lake to Sweet Bloom Pier in the East Shroud. I think that's where I'm going. Yes. Good. Good. You would think I would know these things. I do love the look of the Black Shroud. Very lovely. Lovely woods. But I believe we are here. Just about. Oop. Missed slightly. That's fine. We'll get there. Hang on. Hold up. I can save this. Sorry. Here we go. Yes. Okay. The Hawthorne Hut. Granted, I think the quest I was supposed to do is actually up there, but I want this first. Save myself a trip later. Many a trip, most likely. There we go. Okay. Quest, though. No, wait. It's literally inside the Hawthorne Hut. Of course, honestly, it makes the most sense if you think about it. Hello. Indeed, I'm Ameline, or... Ameline? Whatever. I'm Ameline of the Twin Adder. I understand you're here to learn of the Sylphs, yes? For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire's come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more, you do well to speak with the master of this hut, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. Excellent. Good. Very good. Oh, you're Rolf. Hi, Rolf. Rolf Hawthorne, patriarch of the beekeeping Hawthorne family, is said to be well-versed in Sylphic customs. Great! Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing, they're a peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. Beg pardon, friend, my memory is just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all a clutter in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before, you might have more luck with them. That's not helpful, but okay. Isabel. The Sylphs? Yes, Father's told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. Oh, great. You do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. Okay. It's helpful info to start with, I guess. Don't make fun of their size. The quickest way to a quiver woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to... stormy out here. Of trying to foist your foodstuffs on a sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. Good to know. Don't offer snacks. That is my first instinct after all of my low-level training, so this is good information. Hello. The Sylphs? Inveterate tricksters and troublemakers, that's what they are. One day they're drawing marble faces on our masks, the next they're sending our young centuries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Rolf claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. Not into pranks, I guess, huh? I'm with you. Good to know. Don't offer snacks. Don't underestimate. Be ready for pranks. Oh, of course. Hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people to... No, literally dancing, huh? Nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. A sylph told me long ago that dancing's a time-honored greeting among their kind. You'd do well to remember this. It just may help win the favor of our forest friends. Oh, okay. I'll do my best. Don't think I've had to dance for a quest yet. There's always a first time. Rolf Hawthorne would share further knowledge to assist you in befriending the Sylphs. Oh, still here, huh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the Sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring drat. What was it again? And my wife Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than mine own. Okay. Rosa! Rosa, I crave knowledge. Hello. A peace offering for the Sylphs. Were it anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey, but I fear that wouldn't get you past their front doorstep, dear. No, their tastes run more to the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with milk root? That's what we call the root of that most fiendish seedkin, the ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You'd not catch me dead trying the stuff, but the Sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I have not seen an ochu around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious lump of grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow, with some of this amber syrup, for example, you might be surprised at what comes out. Good luck. That's unsettlingly cryptic language, but I've got no other leads, so... Here goes, I guess. Curious tussock. A nutrient-rich alchemic compound used to quicken seedkin growth. Okay. Why not? And, hi. And bye. Don't sneak up on me. Well, there we go. Got some milk root for the Sylphs. Hey, Rolf. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Indeed she was. The thick white sap extracted from this ocha root has the power to grant its user wondrously terrible visions. Fun. Milk root, but of course, those sylphs quaff that cloudy stuff as quick as I do a flagon of mead. The effect's just about the same as well. Any road, a gift of milk root will have the sylphs calling you friend and brother the moment they lay eyes on it. Now let me wrap that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. Okay. Rolf, are we done? Is there anything else? Rolf Hawthorne has gift-wrapped your offering in preparation for your journey into the Sylphs' Demesne. Demesne? I don't know that word, actually. Seems fun. I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milk root well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from that god's-awful stench. The Sylphs love that stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in chocobo dung. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the morble that put an end to my adventuring days. But I can tell you that story another time. You've more important matters to attend to today, yes? The Sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know that they're kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend. And do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it if you'd regale me of your adventuring tales. Oh, and before I forget, don't go traipsing off just yet. Ameline here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones. Okie dokie. Alright, you need something? It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young Sylph by the name of Comuxio. He has served as intermediary between our peoples on many occasions and has the close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of that malodorous root the Sylphs so adore. I have something of far greater import for you to deliver, a missive from the Elder Seedseer herself. To summarize the letter's contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the Ixal has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best. Tell you what. Why don't I go ahead and let this storm clear, and next time, we'll go meet the Sylphs, and maybe I'll have a chocobo by then. We'll see. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.